Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona, folks. Today we've got Talladega Super Speedway. We always have a big competition in this race, but I am going to try something different with the gear ratio and see if we can run as fast as we do at places like Michigan. I don't know why we're only hitting like 202 in the draft at Talladega, but we're hitting 207 at Michigan. So I'm going to see if I can figure that out right now, and, well, you'll know all about it when we get to qualifying, because that's when you're going to see me. Well, this is interesting. Wow, we're the last one to qualify. That's fun, so we know exactly what we need, and we can beat that. We did it. So we tried. I went out. I went over to Michigan, because I do 207 miles an hour there. I wrote down the gear ratios. I came back. I set the gear ratios. Car wouldn't get above 190. It's because the engine's different for the super speedway setups. Then I went back and messed around with the gear ratio some. And outside of the draft, I'm getting about 1 mile an hour to 2 miles an hour better. That's a big deal. So without the draft, we ran on our second lap of 49.28, which is, you know, drive away from Ward Burton and Mark Martin speed, which is what we want. So let's see if we can do that here in qualifying and then on the track for the race. All right, here we go. Well, actually, it's at the end of the quad or the tri-oval. That's on me, but, you know.
This is the one that counts.
All right, 95. 96. I'm hoping we can hit 198 around this next corner because that matters. That matters. Here we go. Coming out of corner number 2. We can hit 198. Yeah, we are reasonably faster right now, actually. Maybe even 199? Oh, just missed 199. But still, that's quite a bit faster than we were. In all of our other races, we never hit 198 without the draft. So that's a big deal. Because 1 mile an hour faster than a car is a big deal. And here we go. Looking for our qualifying time being a 2. Ooh, a 49.199. That's even better than what I did. And that was just after. Wow. I'm excited about this. We had a second place finish and then 2 wins in a row. Let's get out here and get our 3rd win in a row.
I'm Alan Bestwick. Welcome to the world's fastest speedway, Talladega Super Speedway in Alabama. Talladega is the biggest, fastest, and most competitive motorsports facility in the world. Speed says it all about this place. This record-breaking 2 2/3 mile tri-oval keeps drivers glued to earth by virtue of 33-degree banking. Freight trains of stock cars in the draft literally caused the earth to rumble in Alabama.
I love the white lettering on the tires. If I haven't mentioned it 76,000 times prior to that. I feel better about this race than I have felt about other races here because we actually found something. We found something. Our top speed is better. Of course, we're about to get cut off by Burton here. Which, I mean, he didn't cut us off. He just drove down in front of us. But you know what I'm saying. Let's get up around him. We're faster. Come on. We just don't have that better first gear. Here we go. Drave Grace down the back stretch. Cut in front of Bush because he had a run. He was already doing 212 miles an hour. Jeez. All right, here we go.
Carlo.
I'm actually going to let him go. We want to get up to speed.
Carlo.
Oh, I'm not trying to actually let anybody go, but for some reason I'm just kind of a moron here.
Carlo.
No. No. Nope. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm off the gas. Okay. I was like, I'm trying not to be stuck to him, but the car just sticks. Anyway.
Carlo.
You know, why wouldn't it happen now? Why wouldn't everybody just drive away from us?
Carlo.
We find speed, and now everyone drives away. No, we'll get this draft, and we'll pick up. We'll pass some cars now. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I just don't want to hurt the car either. So let's...
All clear.
202 going into turn 3. Let's take a look. Did we... Yeah, we didn't even mark up the car when we were riding up against Martin. The nice thing about this track is nobody goes down into this far inside lane. So I always do gain some there. We're coming out of that. tri-oval at 200 miles an hour already, which is awesome. I mean, it's all due to the draft, but still. We still have like half a front stretch to go. And this is the super back stretch or whatever they call it. It's written on the wall on the left here. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe it's not written on the wall back here. This is Talladega, isn't it? Where the hell is that writing? Thought it was called the Talladega Super Stretch or something like that. Weird. Anyway. Kind of got it together now. We're back up into fourth. And we're going to go ahead and easily get around Dale Jarrett. And we start our process of catching up to and eventually passing Kurt Busch and Ward Burton. And as soon as they're not drafting with each other, that becomes much easier. Oh. Reel them in. 203, 204, 205, 206. There we go, folks. 206 in the draft. That's all we wanted. We weren't doing more than 203 in the draft before. I feel really good about. Why are they driving faster still than I am, though? Like, that's weird to me because when I was winning these races, I was not driving. I mean, I was miles an hour slower than I am right now. I don't know. Anyway, we're fine. That was stupid of me, but we're fine. I'm going to go ahead and just cut both of them off until I'm back up to speed here. Come on, stay with me now. Stay with me now.
Clear low. Car low.
I want to pull down, but he's actually there. And he's got Mark Martin pushing behind him, so we might get a better run off the corner, though.
Still there.
Kind of held him down, even though he should have been able to stay down there just fine. All right, well, now let's see. Can we get back up to Ward Burton now that we are driving handily away from those three behind him? What some crap was that, though, huh? How many laps are in this race? 94 laps. 22 in the tank still. We're not going away. I just wanted to know. I don't know then. 27? 27 per hit. It's a 3-stop race. Most of them are 3-stop races, though. Can I actually start to gain on him? Like, we are coming out of these corners 2/10 faster, or not 2/10, 2 miles an hour faster than we were in previous. Go look at other races. I'm not joking here. We're not in anybody's draft, and we're at 198 going to the start-finish line. 199 still, barely in Mark Martin's draft right now, almost 200 miles an hour. We were never really getting up to 197 without a draft, and somehow Ward Burton without the draft is still pulling away from us. And, well, Mark Martin's probably getting up to us because of the draft. I wouldn't mind getting him in front of me, but I'm actually faster than him overall. All I want to do is go fast enough that we can flip and catch up to Burton, man. Like, this is ridiculous. He's still somehow driving away from us, and I don't understand how that's happening. Let's see if we can maybe get a 10th back from here, cutting inside like that. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't understand. I just don't think we're going to catch him. And even though we're so much faster in this race, Mark Martin's having no problem staying with us either. If I don't let him grab the draft, which I'm going to not do this lap around, if I don't let him grab the draft, I bet he passes me on the straight. Which doesn't make any sense. Here we go. So we always exited that corner at 191. We did that at 193. We're already at 196. We always had Mark Martin like right with us in these situations, and here he is pulling on us. No draft. He's doing 202, 203 because he easily pulled that 10th on us, and he's coming flying right back up on the rear end. He never was in the draft that whole time. Like, how is that? I don't understand. I'm just confused, you know? Like, okay, so I improve my car, I improve everything on it, and I still can't do what I need to do or do what I want to do. And it's only these two cars. The other cars, no problem. We're driving away from them. So that's weird. Anyway, though, what do we got? 18 in the tank left. That's, you know, we're going to go ahead and speed it up. We'll be back on the mic with you when we are pitting. Hoping for a full green flag run in this race. That would make me very, very happy. All right, we'll be pitting this time around. It's been interesting that Burton got out to a, well, just he kept getting more and more of a lead. Like, it made no sense to me because, again, I can't reiterate this enough. We are driving so much faster outside of the draft than we were before. And somehow, some way, we are unable to catch Ward Burton.
The car head is pitted. You're low on fuel.
There we go.
Slow down.
Uh-huh. There we go. Slow it down. Yep. That's good. Here we go. Back on the track. We're going to let... We're not going to let. He's just going to go around us. Junior. 27 in the tank. Got to move out of Mike Mack's way because he's coming like a bat out of hell. And here comes Ward Burton. We had a perfect pit stop. He is going to pass us and probably have a 3, 4, 5 second lead on us. I'm going to try to be in his draft right now. It's not doing good. It's not doing good. The other cars are all at least as farther back. Mark Martin was with us for a long time, and then all of a sudden he just started dropping off. Ward Burton, over a second in front of us. You know, I thought our pit stop would have at least helped us. I mean, we did. I guess we were almost 3 seconds, and now we're just over a second behind him. But it's just... I can't do anything more than I'm doing right now with the car I got, you know? Yeah, we got a good run with Junior right here, so that's helping us. But unless I get him within inside of 0.9 seconds, I can't grab his draft to pull up to him. If I could grab his draft to pull up to him, we've got a shot, you know? We'll see what happens. Because now we're within 1 second. I might be able to do this. Nope. Lost that 10th. Oh, is he stuck behind someone? Are we going to get some time? We're going to 0.9, give me 0.8 or 0.7. Come on. Keep him back there. Oh, yes. We're in the draft. 0.7. This is where it all happens for us. Is that? Oh, that's Atwood. I thought that was Martin for a second because I saw the blue and I'm like, oh my goodness, folks. Oh yeah, 200 miles an hour, we're just flying up on him. That makes sense.
Still there, all clear.
I don't understand this. But what I'm hoping is that I can stick with him. We can come out of, not this corner, but before turn 1, we can pass him. Already doing over 200 miles an hour. We haven't even gotten to the start-finish line. There we go. We took the lead.
You're all clear.
Of course the caution would come out. Why?
Clear low.
Why did that happen?
All clear. There's a spin in turn 1.
Oh, because he hit his brakes as soon as the caution came out. Huh. We're going to pit. Because our radiator's damaged now. I don't know what else. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have to pit with our radiator being like this because the temperature is just going to continue to climb.
Pace cars out.
So now we're going to have to go back up through a large portion. Not a lot. I don't know how many. I mean, it's going to be probably the top 10 we didn't pass. I assume that we passed everyone prior to the top 10. I assume that's the case. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Get set. The race is going green. There's the green
We
flag.
pit because of radiator damage. And now we get to try to get up through the crowd.
Stay high.
Only thing I can do here is, you know, the worst part about this is that we will
Still there.
get up to speed, and then because my gear ratio, although my top speed is higher, my gear ratio is weird, so I
Still there.
really need to stick in this draft with Labani. I shifted a little early, but I think we're okay with it because we're in this draft. Yeah, it worked. It's working for now.
Still there.
We're all right. Everyone's good. This is actually a pretty good restart for us overall. See if I can jump inside fast enough. That is minor. Barely touched him. Oh, wow.
Car high.
Burton is stuck behind, Burton. No, Atwood. Oh, Burton's. We're here. We're going to just push him. We'll push him to the lead and then pass him. I don't know what else to do. I'd rather not, but he's the one that's got the inside lane.
Still there. All clear. Still there.
Yeah, here we go. All right.
All clear.
We'll get right up to his bumper. We'll push him past Jarrett, and then we'll jump past him unless... Could I do it here?
Still there.
I'm here. I'm here.
Stay low.
Yeah, he's
Still
got...
there.
He's faster, even though we're doing almost 200 miles an hour going into one. On the inside. And he's faster. No vibration going through the corners. We used to wear our tires out really. I mean, this setup is unbelievably great for us. And yet, I can't... On a straightaway, I can't beat Ward Burton. We're going to hit 200, aren't we? Nope, just short. All right. Jarrett, let's drive away from Burton. Because I can pass you. But if I can use you, we will just say goodbye to Burton. Get out of my way. That's my draft. That's my drafting partner. You're not using him. Go away, Burton.
All clear.
I don't have time for you. Jarrett, you're too slow. Well, 203 miles an hour. We'll take the lead. How long will that last? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, part of me is like, hey, we're going to have to wait for the... I pit, didn't I? Are we? Weird. Oh? Oh! No, 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 no! Oh, yeah, that's right, sir. That's your front end I'm in front of. We had room. We had space. I don't know what else to do, but just link up with him, and we'll just drive away from the crowd, and I'll just deal with Burton. At some point, I'll probably try to, if I'm in lap area traffic, I'll try to, like, screw him over if I can. Probably our best bet. I don't know what else to do, folks. We're not even pulling away from Dale Jarrett here. It's always the top 3 cars that always can stick with us, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, we actually got some vibration there. Not talking a lot, don't have a lot to say, you know? Just, keeping Ward Burton at bay as we're now starting to pull away from Jarrett. I'm gonna just stay on this inside. I was gonna say he'll tuck in on the corner. What I should do is let him get right there and then cut him off where he has to hit his brakes, and then we'll walk away from him. He won't. He's doing a good job of not getting too close. He's also all over the place. It looks like we are, but if you watch where we're driving, we're really not. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. There we go. Down in front. Down in front. Perfect. I told you guys. I mean, it does not matter. Mark Martin, 2.5 behind. We're driving away from him, sort of. Dale Jarrett couldn't stick with us. Out of the draft now. He's gone. Ward Burton? Doesn't matter. He's right here with us the whole time. Can't get away from him. I want to so very bad. We gain a little bit going through here because we're able to do what I just did, but it doesn't matter because as soon as we get into the corner... Oh, he's right back with us. As he almost goes high to pass us. Like, how is that even a thing? How is he holding his speed all the way around the corner? It's insane. It's insanity was what I was trying to say, not insane. All right, 16 at the tank at the line. We're going to go ahead and speed it up because, well, it's pretty obvious. We're pulling away from Burton now. Hopefully we continue to do so, and I don't know. You'll be seeing it. We just speed it up. We don't drive away, or we don't drive away. We don't skip it. So I just saw him gain that 10th back. So of course we're not driving away from Burton. Anyway. My foot is as hard through the floorboard as I can possibly be. How is Burton getting to me on the outside in the corner? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're going to be stuck right here. No. Oh, my goodness. He just pushed us over and almost turned us up into the wall. So that ploy of mine is not going to work. Oh, that sucked. Anyway, we'll be back on the mic after when we get to pits. Because I don't think there will be a caution now. It'll just be pit stops. All right, we'll be pitting this time around. Unfortunately for us, we're going to drop back pretty far, I'm
You're
sure.
low on fuel.
Pretty sure we're going to lose. Well, we're absolutely going to lose first place, but Rusty Wallace might be pitting. We're going to definitely lose second place, which is third place right now. Question is, Mark Martin, Kurt Busch, did we get enough of a cushion out here to not lose those positions coming out of the pit? I don't know. That's the hope. Here we go. Breaking down
Slow
here.
down. You're low on fuel.
Right, it's all right. All right, there goes Burton. To find out about Martin and Bush and Jarrett in a second here. Here comes Labonte. If I can pull up behind him, I can at least, well, nope. Kind of screwed that up because he was running in the middle of the track and I wasn't ready to be running in the middle of the track. Burton is 6 seconds in front of us already. Here comes Martin up behind us at full speed. We are still in third gear. Well, he's going to go around me. I can't do anything about that as I go into fourth gear, going into turn 3. If I can grab Kurt Busch. I mean, I was gaining on Kurt Busch anyway, but if I can grab Kurt Busch, we can at least get back up to Martin. It was an improvement with the pit. It was definitely an improvement. We were behind Sterling Marlin, so we moved up 2 spots with our pits. We got the speed back because we're behind Kurt Busch, so we should be able to grab him and pass him. Labonte, there he is. We were trying to use his draft, but we couldn't. And that ended up putting us in the position we're in, but we're going to pass Kurt Busch right now before we get to 3 and 4. And then we're 7/10 away from Mark Martin, 6/10. So between Kurt Busch and Mark Martin, we should be able to pass Mark Martin and be in second place. But then we're almost 8 seconds behind Ward Burton. Just incredible how far he is up in front of us. And it's just a helpless feeling. It's why I don't like, and I said this in my earlier part of the series, I'm not the biggest fan of the super speedways because, especially with how broken the draft is here, where there should just be a big pack or, smaller packs racing together. It just isn't really there. We are somehow, though, gaining quite a bit on Burton right now, which again makes me want to stay with Mark Martin, but problem is that I gotta slow down with him. Is he not gonna come up?
Still there.
He chose not to come up. He chose to stay on the inside with Skinner. And Skinner's got to slow down for Park.
All clear.
No. Enoch. That's Chris Enoch. Sorry. I was thinking Echo River, not Echo Park. I always mess it up. Anyway, now we're 7.2 back, and he's back to gaining on. We've got... Technically, we have 2 pit stops left. No, we don't. We have 1 pit stop left. Sorry. What do we... Yeah, we have 1 pit stop left. So does everyone else. Late. I don't know. If we do it right, we can do a gas and go. That might be enough. Is that going to do 7 seconds? I don't know. But what I do know is that Ward Burton has to pit like 5 or 10 laps before us. And the longer they have to go, the more likely it is that they'll do a full service pit stop. And for us, we will not have to do a full service pit stop. We'll do right sides in 1 can. Give us a much shorter pit stop. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Because look at him. He's just driving away. He's back to a 7.7 second lead on us. I don't understand why he's gotten that rocket ship, but whatever it is, it's not regular fuel. He's got that 500 octane rocket fuel in there. They really need to do a whole thing where they check his car, inspection and all that after the race. It's just annoying. Can't even compete with him. Even grabbing the draft of these other cars like I'm doing to go even faster. As soon as we pass these cars and we're out of the draft again. Well, shoot. I was in the draft right there. And it didn't even matter. I was in the draft and it didn't even matter. He gained a tenth on us. Unbelievable. That's not to say he's not in the draft either, but these other cars aren't. If they're in the draft, it's not on purpose. So, and this didn't happen when I could only do a maximum of 197 down the road with a fully upgraded car.
The car head is pitted.
You know, but now that I'm doing 200, 199 to 200 down the back stretch or front stretch, whatever, he's got an 8-second gap on us, and we're not gaining on him at all. It's amazing. It is amazing. Ricky Rudd. Ricky Rudd's not super slow, so hopefully we can use his draft a little bit. See you later.
Still there. Clear high.
Didn't matter. I mean, we're driving away from Mark Martin and Kurt Busch. How does that happen? Let's be honest, a second, a first, and a second are pretty great for a 4-race streak, but it's also really annoying when you just can't do anything about it. 20 in the tank. We'll be pitting with how many left? 9, 10 laps left. So, you know, it's just unexciting when we can't catch the leader. So we're going to go ahead and just speed things up. And we'll be back on the mic, caution or pit stops. So we have to pit now and pray that there isn't a caution, because I was indecisive going around somebody, and when I made my decision, I got loose and I ran into the back end of them, messing up my radiator. So now we have to pit and hope that hope it doesn't ruin us. Oh well. Ah! Well, here we are. We pit, and we're in 11th. And we need to pray that a caution doesn't come out. Well, it doesn't actually matter if one does come out. We're not lapped, right? Are we a lap down? We probably are a lap down. Yeah, we're a lap down. So we have to pray for them to pit before the caution comes out, if a caution does come out. 12th place. All right, you know what? This isn't my race, I guess. It just bothers me, though. Here I was. I don't know, what was it? Schrader and Atwood? I think I was around, and I was like, oh, let me see if I can get around them. And then I'm like, well, I'll go high. Well, no, maybe I'll go low. And then I decided at the last second I was going to go high, and then I got loose, and then I ended up plowing into him. And because you never take your foot off the gas, if you get radiator damage, you're screwed. Good news is a lot of these cars back here will catch and pass regardless.
The yellow's out.
Of course. That's so bad for us. That is the worst possible thing that could have happened. The only good thing that happens with that is we're in front of Burton if another yellow were to come out. If he pits. I mean, if he doesn't pit, then fine. But if he pits, we're screwed. Thank you, Sterling Marlin. So, I am in first place. The best thing that could have possibly happened. I actually believe that Mr. Burton was on pit road when Sterling Marlin messed up, and I think Sterling was going on pit road too. I think that whole pack was going to pit for the last time, so they all lost that lap. That I was down. I was down that lap from all those cars, and so I got back my lap because they were all on pit road, and we ended up in the lead, as it should have been. And somehow, and I don't know how, we have just driven away from everybody a bit. Now, looks like the triple digit on the inside was a part of the reason for that. And it also looks like Martin and Burton both got around him and are quickly flying up behind me. So that's awesome. We were up 8/10. And now we're about to potentially be passed. Well, we're not going to be passed. I'm going to block him. Hit the brakes. Hit your brakes. Hit your brakes. Ha ha ha. Sucks. Hit your brakes again. Drag the brakes all the way around me. No. I've only got to do this for 14 more laps. 14 and a half more laps. I could do this. I mean, if it was an actual game that the draft worked right, this is what we would be doing in the lead the whole time anyway. Actually, I probably wouldn't be. I'd probably be in a different position and just plotting for my final lap. Looks like we have some separation. Martin and Jarrett still together, but have gone to the inside of Burton. Oh, Jarrett said, screw you, Martin, and he's gone to the full inside of the track. Now we've got Burton. All he's got to do is pull down, and he'd be in Martin's draft and able to probably get right back up to us, but he has decided against it. We're going to stay far on the inside so we don't give anyone the draft and help them out. Not that it matters as you watch Burton drive right up on side of us on the straights. And then tuck right in behind us. And everybody lines back up, as they do. And here we are. Staying on the inside. Drop down like this. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. I remember the first time that I won this. This was the first place I won my race. In fact, this was the race that I won for the first time. The second race at Talladega. However, I think we took out both Burton and Martin. And I think Burton was there at the end anyway. And we had to block him for the win. I think that's how it happened. But it's always Burton and Martin here on this track. And apparently, no matter how good you set up your car, it's always going to be Burton and Martin. And I get it from like, hey, let's make this race hard. And it'd be a lot cooler if there were 42 other cars behind me that were all stacked up in a line after the restart, and we're all just jostling for position, and I have to block them like I will in probably NASCAR Heat 5. I assume that's what you have to do. In Heat 5, I did a series for like, I think it was my first, when I very first started. No, it couldn't have been because I started in 2000. When I very first started YouTube, the channel I deleted years later. I want to say it was... When I did do the series, I never even got... I think I got to the truck series. So I never even raced Talladega in the Cup Series. I know that the racing is a lot closer in NASCAR Heat 5, which is good. I like that. And I know you can set it so it can be real tight or not real tight racing. I don't know. You can probably set that normal. I don't know. I think it sets it up so that... I think, actually, if you turn it down, the cars race more naturally based on their ability. If you tighten it up, it almost has that, that arcade option. That arcade catch-up option, you know? So, anyway, I know I'm stalling out. I'm obviously paying a little bit more attention to blocking Ward Burton here. But I wonder if this game is that way where it's like, well, since the whole pack isn't going to be there, we're going to make sure that Ward Burton and Mark Martin are the two cars that are always there, no matter what, or you always are racing against three cars in the front, and you can't just drive away. Because, to be honest, at Talladega, you're never just driving away. So that might be why it's this way. The reason why it sucks, though, say Burton gets around me and I lose this draft, there's not a whole stack of cars behind me to help me save that. I know. And because it's just us two, we're now driving away from Martin and Jarrett. But I'm not going to let him go on my inside. That's for dang sure. So I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing and hoping that it works out for us. Seven laps to go in the race. Ward Burton wishing he could just get around us and drive away. Yeah, we've got a second on Martin and Jarrett now. Or should I say Jarrett and Martin, as Jarrett just passed Martin on the inside. Oh, they're side by side. Yeah, he's actually a 10th in front now. Look at that. Maybe I can do something with the lappers. 6 left. Maybe we can do something with lap traffic. Get Burton screwed up. Drive away with the victory number 3. The turkey. In bowling, it's 3 strikes in a row for those of you who aren't in the know. As we come around to lap 3 or turn 3, we have a 7/10 lead on Burton. Sixth sense. He still has a chance. You know that guy. He'll do stupid shit and somehow catch up to us. So we gotta make sure we hit all of our marks here. Final lap coming up. Sponsored by Kerblam King Racing.
Last lap.
As I'm your host, Kerblam King. Not super exciting here. It was exciting for a while, and at one point I was convinced we wouldn't even be back on the lead lap. Thankfully, that caution that I didn't want to have come out came out, and I didn't know that they were all on pit road at the time, so we got our lap back, got back in first place, and are now 2 turns, 2 corners away from getting our 3rd victory in a row. 221, by the way, best bowling score I've ever had. But I've had a bowling score as low as like 50-something at the same time, so wanted to share that with you guys too, since we just completed the turkey, getting our 3rd victory in a row. Top 5, Tony Savoy, Ward Burton, Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace. With that victory, we bring home $675,210. Tony Savoy, who appears to have the season championship just about wrapped up, won again on October 2nd. And yeah, we're looking pretty good as we near the 600-point lead mark. 18 top 5s. I think Mark Martin had 22, so it's pretty important that I beat that 22 mark. Well, folks, our next race will be the shorter race at Lowe's Motor Speedway, shorter being in comparison to the 600-miler. And I'm looking forward to that because the last time we were there, we blew the clutch and we were fortunate enough to win that race as Tony Stewart drove up the track into us. I remember that, and he wrecked himself. We were able to come away with that victory. That's all that matters. We're going to try to repeat that. This time, we're going to try to do it by just driving well and not having a failure by the car. Anyway, though, that is going to do it for this episode. I do want to take a moment out to say thank you so very, very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.